Little dude going to party tonight. It's funny, Chris and Bishop dressed alike. That is hilarious. My son he wants to dress like it's the 90s. They all go buy those, because he's 15, so that's their generation of cool. So they go buy Nirvana shirts and stuff like that. They have no idea who Nirvana, Tupac. My stepdaughter wears Tupac stuff all the time.
She doesn't know who he is.
Like, you have no idea who Eric B. and Rakim. Are you a big fan? Are you? I mean, I love Eric B. and Rakim, but I'm not quite sure you're bumping.
Too. Let the rhythm hit him.
Oh, man, Eric B. and Rakim were awesome.
They were, man.
So
I think they may still be.
Yeah, they still do
together.
some stuff. But Eric B. and Rakim, they were so good. Like,
smooth.
That's exactly it. They were smooth. Actually, you know what's funny? She does like, she will listen to some Tupac. I train her well, you know?
Yeah.
You got to do that. She is rocking it, but it's the kids. That's what they want. But there's little Bishop, man. He's got a jacket on. I was laughing. I'm like, dude, you look like you're going for an interview.
Yeah.
I hope you get it. I do. It's just crazy. A lot of stuff to get to. Good to see you back in the studio, sir.
Good to be back in the studio, boys.
Oh, man, can you believe?
That's a rough couple of days, man.
That's what you were telling us. What a nightmare that is. Like, you and I don't mind the heat, not in the house.
Right.
Not in the house.
And like I told you boys yesterday, I mean, God probably does. He's probably thinking, you know what, Weaver, shut up.
Yeah.
I didn't send that thunderstorm over Murfreesboro because of your air conditioning, but you're welcome anyway. I've got other things to worry about.
Yeah.
But I tell you, dude, that thunderstorm that came over Murfreesboro Wednesday, whenever it was 89 degrees in my house.
Oh.
I was telling Belle, I said it was weird because after that thunderstorm, it was then 84 degrees in the house. And my wife and I were like, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, it goes from that, right? Like, it drops down and you're thinking that's only a few degrees, but you feel that. Ooh. That is so nice.
Yeah, and I mean, we actually slept pretty good Wednesday night because it got down into the 70s. So, we put a big box fan in our window and just blew all that outside air inside.
Oh,
and it cooled off nicely. But then yesterday, it got right back up to 90 degrees in the house.
It never goes out. Like in the winter, if your heater goes out, you can adjust.
Sure.
You can't get naked enough to make it cool. Like, at some point, you're like, this is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, this is as good. I can't get any. It can't. Just
I'm naked.
Yeah. I'm sitting.
If you're freezing to death, you can always put another blanket on or another jacket, but you can only get so naked if it's hot.
That's it. Only get so naked. You can't take your skin off and like, I'm just going to go full skeleton. It doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, that's too naked.
Yeah, that's absolutely too naked. So I see Trump arrives in Texas.
Oh, it's wheels down.
I just saw
wheels down.
So he is there, going to meet with some people. You want to talk about, and I might pull some of it later. First of all, the conspiracy theories are everywhere, and they're getting worse every day. But I was showing Belle and I don't know if you've seen any of it throughout the TikTok. So the Kerr Valley or the Kerr County, they got money from Biden in one of those. I think when they handed out all that money to everybody, another one of those, I think it was ARPA, whichever one that was, the American Rescue.
One of the stimulus things. Was it one of the stimulus?
Yeah, it was one of those.
Okay.
And all the people that went to the hearings to speak out against it, say we don't want it because they're going to come take our land, that he's going to force everybody to get vaccinated. And it was all like the craziest stuff you could ever hear. And if we don't do anything they say, they're gonna come take our houses, so we have to pay them back.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy, and they're making it seem like, well, those people didn't want the system. So, and because of Biden and the politics, at the end of the day, they took the money. They still didn't buy the system. They still didn't buy the system. And do you know how much the system costs? Take a wild guess of what the system would probably cost.
I have no idea, man.
So I looked up 3 different things, and we were going. My uncle and I were going over because my uncle's got this company he's worked with in the past that they do, they do systems for big farming communities. throughout the world. And it's some weird AI thing with like this stuff. And I said, Paul, just see if they'll give you a run at it and tell me what it would cost for something like this. Somewhere, depending on how many sirens, max out everything about $300,000 at the highest level.
That's it?
That's it. On average, though, it'd probably right around 120 with about $10,000 a year of maintenance. That's it. Come on. What is the government would have got a hold of it. It would have been actually $400 million. But still, it's insane to think that. And that guy who died, who had Camp Mystic, now they're talking about for years he's been warning them, you guys need to do something here. You need to put something here. You need to do something there. And he ended up dying trying to save as many kids as possible.
Yeah.
And a vast majority of those kids died in one cabin, which was, it eats you up.
Well, and I keep hearing about this small community there adjacent.
Yeah, Comfort.
Comfort, where like everybody there, they apparently got adequate warning.
Comfort has a siren system that they put in. It's the first time they've ever had to use both sirens. But on top of that, so once they do the sirens, they still have to go out there. And then they said the minute the sirens went, then they go straight from the sirens to alert the people that are the police or any of the people that are there, because it's all volunteer. It's a small county. They go straight to the trailer parks, for the people, the RV parks and stuff, and move them immediately. So even though the sirens are going off and they're all awake and they're moving, they want to make sure to know that, look, once these sirens come on. But this may be this right here is a perfect example of how bad this thing got. This is a call from another one of the rescue workers. This is a part-time firefighter who realized things were going sad.
Meanwhile, we're hearing a firefighter's dramatic emergency call made in the early hours of the floods.
We still have water coming up. Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
Stand by. We have to get that approved with our supervisor.
We have to get that approved with our supervisor. Can you send out an alarm that the floods, the gates of the Tsunamiville is opening up, and just, I'm going to have to take this to somebody else and see if they can get it. You know how long it took them? 6 hours.
Goodness.
It was too late.
Yeah. Could you call the supervisor right now?
There were so many of those. And if you guys haven't heard, did you hear about the police or the fire chief in Austin? So the fire chief in Austin, if you guys don't know, and there's some debate on some of this stuff. They have a Swiss water rescue team. They wanted to go the night before. And they were told, don't. No. Part of the reason is because we're doing this trade with all of these counties, and we're not getting reimbursed. And several of these counties owe us money, and it has to be absolutely on a need-by-need basis. This is the union head for the fire group.
I just don't even have words. Our firefighters are trained for that area. Our firefighters have the equipment, they have the desire, they have the will, they have the power to go up and actually, I know some of those girls could have been survived if we had had the best boat crew the day before on scene. I know it.
And they're holding next week, by the sounds of it, a no confidence vote in him. The mayor and everybody standing behind the police, the fire chief, but the actual firefighters and a lot of the working group are not happy about it because they knew what was coming. And it's sad because, now everybody wants to know, okay, look, let's be honest. Okay, it's too late now. We can't put the genie back in the bottle. It's become the politics. But my feeling about this, the more I read, the more I hear, this screams of Rob Elementary in some ways. A lot of people want to be in charge. Nobody wants to make a decision. Remember Rob Elementary?
Yeah.
Was there 300 police officers? And it wasn't until the essentially the what are they? The SWAT team of the Border Patrol shows up?
Yeah, it wasn't until then that anybody went in.
Couldn't find the keys. I'll have to take it to my supervisor. What? So let's just say you raise the alarm and it's not as bad as we think. What happens? Some people lose some sleep? Let's say you don't. What happens and it's as bad as it could be? Some people die. Okay. So I would rather have and not need than need and not have. And they needed and they didn't have, and that's what happened. But the more that you hear about this, they tried to blame Trump and then they tried to blame FEMA. FEMA is the aftermath cleanup. They're not there to prevent. They're not there to do a lot of that stuff. Blaming, Kristi Noem and all these people for some of this stuff, that's insane. It's the cleanup. It's the stuff that was going on immediately before. That's what you needed to worry about. It's sad. Very sad. So much stuff to get to. Fun stuff today. Okay. We're going to talk about it. You know the dire wolves?
Yes, I do.
You know what they're doing now, right?
Coming to the White House?
No. We've got one new thing. It's time to think about what we're bringing back next. They made an announcement.
What is it, man?
It's a moa bird.
A moa bird?
Yeah, and it was the only bird, I guess, that had no wings. But they were huge, and they existed in not too distant past. It wasn't like they were, 50,000 years old. They were alive when, people moved to Australia, New Zealand, as the penal colonies. So, and then, of course, the white man hunted them out. Damn white man.
That must have been good eating.
It's a big-ass chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Remember that was yesterday when Matt was talking about that from the movie The Sleeper?
Yeah.
When Woody Allen's running and stops in the field. That's a big chicken. That's basically what that is.
Yeah, it says they went extinct 600 years ago due to overhunting by Polynesian settlers.
Yeah, so so the Maori are they're the ones that they want to bring these things back, and they do not want them in any kind of zoo. So they want to get them to the point where they're flourishing. There was 9 different kinds or 12 different kinds, but they're up to 12 feet, and they have no wings.
Interesting.
I don't know how they're going to bring it back, but they made this big announcement. I will tell you, go look at their announcement. I'll find out exactly what their YouTube is because Peter Jackson is a part of this. All these people put money into it. It is the most incredible, movie trailer that you've ever seen for the giant ostrich with no wings. The moa. Oh, a lot of stuff to talk about today. Good times, kids. Obviously, some immigration stuff. I'm going to throw something out to you guys, which probably will piss some of you off. Not a shocker. That's good, though. We should have conversations that aren't so angry. You can text at us, 99.7 WTN. That is our Rumble. So rumble on over there if you want to check us out over there. Check us out across all of our social media. Reach out to us on the text line. Belle, tell everybody what the text line is.
615-737-9986.
There you go. So feel free to text us. We got a lot of stuff to get to. Ken, straight ahead, it is Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Oh, that's tough to hear. Those are the girls that survived that went back the next couple days and did a kind of a tribute. Just a horrible. I mean, I hear that. You get chills. I mean, I've got little ones, and to think about something like that, and think that this time last week, it's 4th of July, we're all celebrating, and then people are starting to realize, oh my God, it's all gone, and it's horrible. Trump is out there, and we'll get some of his reaction. He's going to meet with some of the people today that were affected, and obviously some of the first responders. And I know when you were talking about the police chief, not the police chief, but the fire chief, several of you said, well, why didn't they go? Well, this was not the first time there had been issues. So the Austin chief and the letters out there, they were getting frustrated because they were sending their people everywhere. His reason for not sending was he realized the storm was big and he didn't want to send his people out in case they needed them there. Now, Austin's set up in a much better way. I don't think sending some of them would have made a big deal, and there's definitely going to be an issue with their no vote of confidence next week when it comes to their, fire chief. But all these people are starting because now that things are getting put back a little bit as far as, it's recovery. It's the thing where you're getting the food, you're trying to put people in places, but they're having to answer real questions, and it is not going well. Why did it take even hours to get any kind of siren. Why did it take so long to do anything?
Well, that audio of that volunteer firefighter in the middle of the night saying, "Hey, we need to do this."
Yes. And them saying, "Oh, that's above our pay grade." If you guys didn't hear it, this is what happened.
We still have water coming up. Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
Stand by. We have to get that approved with our supervisor.
We have to get that approved with our supervisor.
And see, that's a protocol issue.
Yes,
That's
and by the way, when a firefighter calls in, when a police officer says, "We need this," that's a person who knows. That's not me or you or just the average normie. That's a person who's supposed to be able to tell somebody, you need to raise the alarm. I mean, it's...
Well, I got to check with Dad first.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. This is above my pay grade. Wake
them up.
Just push the damn button.
Yeah, exactly.
Push the button. You know what? If things go sideways, blame it on me. And if things go great, we'll give you the credit. How's that? Ooh, coming up, a lot of stuff to get to. Some of that immigration yesterday, that insanity that took place. I sit here and I think to myself, you're not helping the situation. You're not. If you think you're helping the situation, you are absolutely 100% not helping when it comes to trying to make a case for people. So we'll talk a little bit about that, among other things. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Can't believe we have to tell people, don't pet the bear, pet it, hug it. If it's got cubs, definitely pick those up.
Well, I mean, I used to watch Grizzly Adams, and that bear, he didn't attack anybody.
Gentle Ben, right?
Gentle Ben.
I mean, anything like that, just go to them, pet them, and if they've got cubs, absolutely intrude on the cubs.
I've just heard they're like a big dog.
Super. Well, you've seen Yogi. They're like that.
And if they bite you, they're just playing.
Just like a cat, when they nibble on you, it's all good. I mean, your arms fall off, no big deal, right? Right? What is the old saying? If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, on the ground. And if it's white, say goodbye to your life.
Say good night.
Yeah, say good night. Something like that. So, but don't worry, because you don't have to worry. You're not going to run into a grizzly. You're not going to run into a grizzly bear or a grizzly bear. You're going to be fine. Or any polar bear. We don't have to worry about that.
Whew, thank goodness.
Woo! I'll tell you what right now. Oh, black bears. I lived in northwest New Jersey for 11 years.
Jersey.
We had more black bears than squirrels. They're more afraid of you than them. That's true.
They are.
That's why you need to approach them.
Yes.
Unless they're hungry.
Unless they're real hungry.
Yeah, that's 100% why you need
bear spray.
Oh, no, don't need it. No, you need nothing. Hug them. They love honey. I'm telling you guys, this is why we have to put, stuff on bottles. Don't eat the shampoo. Don't eat it.
That's on the shampoo bottle?
Don't eat it. I mean, unless, of course, what was that thing? The water bottle shot you in the eye and kills you?
Oh, yeah. The Ozark Trail.
Yeah.
64-ounce stainless steel bottle.
I was looking several places. I'm like, somebody has got to have done something stupid with that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You're trying to figure that out. Oh, somebody sent me this. This is exactly it. Okay, let's see if I can play it up here.
No.
Take that dog.
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
take that dog?
That's a little late. It's a little girl. There's a black bear that approaches them, and they're screaming, "Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?" Because it's not a dog, obviously.
No. Have you guys seen the video where
yesterday I watched a bit of that lunacy out in California? I used to live right there. I mean, it was awesome. It's beautiful. And I used to live there, and I thought, oh, God, what the hell are those people doing? I want to know where these people came from out of nowhere. I mean, didn't you find it weird that people showed up out of nowhere and started just attacking ICE?
Yeah, that was
Nobody
odd.
found that odd. It was terrifying to think to myself, there's guys shooting at cops and ICE. All of this stuff is going down, and you've got what seems to be an organized mob, and then you're hoping that the nation's going to be with you. It's not. And I told everybody, this had nothing to do with the immigrants, right? The people that were taken in, the guys that were illegal and the gals and stuff that were taken in, they didn't cause the hell. The people that showed up and took them in didn't cause the hell. It wasn't until those people got there and decided this is how we're going to handle this. And that was, then you had somebody shooting. I don't know what they were shooting, but they won a $50,000 reward for the guy shooting at the...
Yeah, it looks like he's holding a handgun.
Yeah, it looks like it's a handgun. I don't know if it's like an air gun or something like that, but they're offering $50,000. So somebody said that plastic bag says that's not a toy. That was just, it was so bizarre. I'm sitting here watching this unfold and I'm thinking, how did we get to this part? ICE existed before Trump.
Yeah.
Does anybody aware of that?
And President Obama used them.
Yeah.
He's still the deporter in chief.
3 million people on his watch. That guy was sending people out like you could not believe.
Man.
I mean, he was like, you got to go. He's turning around and sending them right back. And then the other guy, his old number 2, he was just letting him come in willy-nilly. And Trump has stopped the coming in. But we've got a lot of problems when it comes to immigration. This isn't going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to get into a little bit next hour because Trump has some issues with immigration, and it has to do with the battle that's going on in several places, even amongst his administration, by the people I know who've told me that there's some serious issues because Trump not as sold as getting rid of everybody as he wants people to believe. So we'll talk about it next hour. But I'm sitting there thinking that now this, what this has become, Ken? This is a pissing contest now between Gavin Newsom, who's running for president. He was out here yesterday in Nashville. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, he was with Sean Ryan.
Yeah, how come he didn't stop by and see us?
I don't know. Probably because I insulted him that time when he was running for governor the first time. And I said, hey, so what was up with your best friend's wife? You slept with her and then that sucked. But he was also your campaign manager, right?
That's not an insult. That's just a question.
Yeah, and then they pushed me into another room. So I wasn't even, by the way, I was the imaging director, production director for the whole place. And that was my question to him as he was walking through because he had a gaggle of people. I will say this. He looks the part. Like if you were to go to Central Casting and go, who?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He is a politician. His job is to lie to you and kiss your butt.
And he does a good job. But he's going to go to South Carolina. And I don't know what do you do if you're him? Like, how do you pitch America? Hey, be like us.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. That's not.
Is he doing anything different?
No.
Than the lead up to 2024?
No. I mean, he's doing nothing different at all. He is the same person. He's tried to do a few things, but he also realizes, too, look, it doesn't matter. If they made me governor, you could be the most conservative person in Tennessee. They said, we need somebody in Tennessee. Turn it around. Most conservative. They sent Governor Lee there. We had John Rose on yesterday. It doesn't matter because even the governor has no power, which is weird because they have such a supermajority. They can override him on anything, and if they want to, and in many cases they have. So, but billions of dollars lost for homelessness, billions of dollars to people that are here illegally, billions of dollars lost to crime and violence. Tons of people have fled the state as well, and he's the first governor to oversee the state of California that has lost population. And then what happens? They become the third largest economy in the world. But it has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with it. How do you pitch middle America? Be like California. Really? You're going to bring beaches here? You bringing beaches to Iowa, to Tennessee, to Wyoming? You doing that? No, I didn't think so. So wacky. Oh, I see the New York Times is reporting. You ready for this, guys?
Let's hear it.
FBI is using polygraphs to test officials' loyalty. That can't be true.
Who's saying that?
The New York Times. There's no way that could be true. I tell you what, if you found out that was true, I'm not working for any company that's going to give you a loyalty test.
No.
Ask me if I'm loyal to America. Yes. Am I loyal to you? Nope.
Right.
Because me being loyal to you, if you decide to do something stupid like not release the names or play this game that's bad for the people and America because you want to be protected, well, I'm sorry. That's not the thing you're supposed to do. That would be crazy, though. I tell you what, though. You ready for this? I interviewed for a job. I'll just say it's a place in California, huge. They wanted a marketing guy to do all of their marketing for radio and stuff. And they brought me in, but they put me through a polygraph test. They made me go in and do a test. But it wasn't a lie detector. It was they asked different questions that had nothing to do with true or false, just to gauge you on stuff. And I just I thought it would be neat, but they offered me the job, and I turned it down in a heartbeat.
Did you break down and admit to that murder?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't because I didn't. They didn't ask me that, actually. But they asked weird, questions about, your former employer, and it was a trip. I'm like, really? This, what? I'm going to do all your marketing, and what are you worried about? That I'm going to steal state secrets? It was so bizarre. Oh, my Lord, that is crazy. So I don't think that's true, but you know what? In today's world, I got to be honest with you. You never know. People are sending us pictures of selfies with bears. Mike, is this you? Did you really take a selfie with a bear? 2 bears. Mike, hug them. Next time you see them, they love that.
Yeah, but they're not out in the wild.
No, they are.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
They're on a picnic table in the Smokies
actually,
or
it's
something?
funny. It's so, if this is true, and so he is smiling. It looks like it's a little walkway. And they're little bears. They're black bears, big enough to kill you if they want to go at it. And yeah, they're one of them standing on what looks to be an air conditioner. Maybe that's what happened to your air conditioner. And he's out of his car because, once again, the smart thing to do when you see wild animals, get out of your car.
Chad, you can't pet the thing unless you get out of the car.
Oh, God, it's just... I follow this... you guys will like this. It's called Morbid Knowledge. Have you ever followed them on Twitter?
Mm-mm.
They have just morbid things on there, but it's not all morbid. Morbid of some of it's people getting life sentences, and they didn't think they were going to get a life sentence, and they freak out. But some of them, a lot of them, every 4th or 5th one is a guy getting ready. One of them today was a guy getting ready to snowboard down Mount Everest. He had climbed it once before, but he wanted to be the first person to snowboard down it. They took a picture just before he left, and they said, and that was the last time anybody ever saw it. But there's several of them of people taking pictures with their face and the bear behind them. And it says, 3 minutes later, so-and-so is dead. Don't touch bears. Just letting you guys know that. We joke because next thing you know, somebody's going to do that. And then they're going to say, Ken and Chad said it was okay to pet a bear.
Yeah, they said that they'll just hug you back.
Well, they did, didn't they? We didn't lie. I mean, your lungs came out, so that's a you problem. Coming up, some fun stuff. We'll talk a bit about the moa bird, which is fascinating to me.
We're going to have one of those, too.
One of those, the big, giant, flightless bird. It's going to be fantastic. They're bringing that back from the, extinction. Because, yes, that's what we do now. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.
When humans first arrived on Aotearoa, New Zealand, about 800 and 900 years ago, there were 9 species of these dinosaur-sized giant birds.
It's one of the only birds ever known that has no wings at all.
Their existence was almost mythological.
It's estimated that there were probably 150,000 giant moas walking around.
Within the first 150 years of human presence, all 9 species became extinct.
We really need to have a look at what's happened in the past and now look towards the future.
The story of the moa, there's a very interesting background and back history of Māori ancestral interactions with the animal.
The idea that we could see one again, return it back to the ecosystem, work with the Maori and bring back this animal that has a cultural heritage here, it's almost overwhelming.
So cool. 12 feet tall. That's how big these things are.
And no wings.
No wings.
What kind of bird is that?
It's a crappy bird, I'll tell you that right now. No, they were regarded as the closest relative, the Kiwis regarded as the closest relative to the moa, but recent studies suggest the emu or cassowary from South America are likely closest cousins. Now, the cassowary, they have one of those at the Nashville Zoo, which, by the way, if you've not been in the Nashville Zoo, it's awesome.
Pretty nice place, huh?
It is it's like the coolest place. The cassowary is like the most dangerous bird on the planet. They're big and they will attack, and they've got these huge hook like thing, and it will tear you up.
It's almost like a velociraptor.
Velociraptor, exactly.
I don't want to mess with that.
No, don't. And you know what? If this was like Jurassic Park, we'd have to bring a kid.
They're good eating, though.
Are they? Are they? Yeah. I still laugh at that, the whole, thing with every time I watch one of these. How many kids are going to get in trouble at Jurassic Park?
You've never eaten velociraptor?
No, I haven't. But they're going to try to bring this back. They've said they've tried. I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, they must have some sort of DNA, they think. And then they're going to probably try to cross that DNA with something else and then cross it with something else and see if they can, bring back a giant, huge bird with no wings. And they said by the way, the dire wolves are doing great.
All right.
It's one of the things is dire wolves are doing absolutely fantastic. So I can't wait for them to end up at the White House. Trump wanted them there for 4th of July, but they're like, look, you can't have them because it's going to scare them with all the stuff and with all your hooping and hollering.
Yeah, dire wolves, they didn't like fireworks 13,000 years ago.
No,
either.
They were not a big fan of the fireworks. Not a big fan. It's not going to happen. I'll stop it. All right.
Yeah, right.
I just saw he is on the tarmac. Everybody's greeting. Trump is in Texas today. He's going to visit with the victims of the horrific flooding. And there's still, I don't know how many people. I mean, every day we're still about 170 missing. From what I understand.
Wow. I saw 160 today.
Yeah, but I think that's from the Kerr.
I think that's Kerr County alone.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Somebody just said, the cassowary will you up.
Well, it's part of nature, so of course.
Of course it is. And remember, when you see things like this that are dangerous, we implore you all the time to hug them.
Selfies for everybody.
Selfies. You see a moccasin, pick that thing up. Do it with your face.
Kiss it.
Kiss it. That's right. Do stuff like that.
I saw him do it on TV.
Oh, baby. So much stuff to get to next hour. We're going to talk a little bit about deportations and immigrations and what's real, what's not real, because, you can't have a conversation. We've decided to turn everything into a battle of politics, which is absolute horse. We got some other fun stuff as well. Talk a little bit about Epstein. By the way, some of the biggest trending names in the world.
For babies?
For babies. Wait till you hear what they are. It is, who are we as a
I
species?
can't imagine.
Who are we? It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7.